Hi everyone, it's Nat here for Friday book haul as usual. So I don't have very many, just a couple to show you, and most of them are on the same theme, which is horses. But I really liked some of them, so I might just pull it all out. Thought because I don't have much, I'll try doing it at my crafting desk, since my table's a mess anyway. But yes, there've been someone's been taking the books over to the bins on Thursday, so there's usually not much there for me at the moment. And I could ask them, but it's because we have someone new there, and I could ask people to leave them there for me for the Friday, but because I have so many I've got to organise and start doing things with at the moment, it's probably a good thing. So thought I'll leave it for a while and get myself organised, and then I might yell at them. Because, yeah, it doesn't matter how many I've got, I always cringe when I think of some of the ones that they'd be putting in the bins. So there was this horseman's veterinary guide. So it looked quite vintage. Does it say 19? Oh, that's older than I thought. So this is 1963, this one. That'd make a nice postcard, that. And I really like the words, the font that they've used there, but I like some of the pictures and even the text on this because it's so old. That's really cool. So a lot of these, I thought there's so many just like boring horse books, but if I want to do some horse journals in the future, there's a lot of bits and pieces I can make ephemera with. There was this Europa Shell Atlas of Europe. Printed in Germany, this one. Don't mind the index either, it's a nice colour. Might make some envelopes with that. And then we've got all the maps. Now, do they fold out? Because they look like they... Yeah. They don't fold out, but it's a folded over page, which is pretty cool actually, because again, pockets and envelopes will be easy to make with those. Is this the Age of Absolutism? Nice vintage pictures. This is 74. Now I think it's just mainly these vintage pictures, but I thought some of them might be nice. Got some colour ones. It's got a fair bit to go through and grab out. There was the Shell Book of Exploring Britain. (1971). It's like some of these old pictures of the old buildings and that. So go through and see what ones I like the look of. Church. in there that I'd use. And probably all horse stuff now. Driving questions answered. So I think there was a set of books like these. 1997, this one. But aren't the pictures cool? I thought that was really cool. Carriages are really awesome. And then manes and tails. I think this is, yeah, it's in the same set. Wish I had this when I was young. I was intrigued about how people braided the horses' tails and manes and that. I've never been any good at that sort of thing. There was bridles, plaited and plain. So I like this because it's old and it's been typed or whatever. 91 it says. But the illustrations are really neat. So yes, with these and the other horse books that I've collected previously, I think I'll have to do a big set of horse journals next year. Got make your own horse equipment. 84, again it looks like it's typed, this one. Horse control and the bit. Again, really cool illustrations. A nice old book as well. Little book on horses, little handbook. I was just wondering what the smell was, and then I remembered I'm heating the oven up to roast some sausages and vegetables, and the last thing I cooked I had forgotten had spilled over in the oven, so when I open the oven it's going to be stinky and smoky. So some cool pictures in this. I'm sorry if you're getting a glare, although I always say that, and then when I look at it, I don't notice it on film, I just notice it. At the moment, it's blinding me. Now, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? Having bad luck with my iPad this week. For the second time, it decided to switch itself off. Usually it beeps if something's wrong and it wants to switch off, but I think it wanted to update or something and just goes off on me. So there I am talking to myself again, which I should be quite used to, especially now the dog's gone. I used to have an excuse and talk to the dog, but... so I was showing you this little horses book that I got. So it took me a while to get back to because so much smoke in the kitchen from my oven. From the stuff that was spilt on the bottom that's burnt everywhere now because I forgot to clean it up. So I had to open the house up to get rid of all the smoke. And then as soon as you open the house up, the neighbours start yelling. This is the British Driving Society 21st Birthday Issue Journal 1979. And I love this one because it's got adverts in it. And I think they make really cool ephemera, that sort of thing. Nice and vintage looking. At least I've got my sausages and potatoes and carrots and onions in the oven, so that's going to be a nice tea. I think I'm having spinach and feta sausages and some beef ones as well. So they're cool. Pictures of, I suppose they're bits, are they? Yeah, driving bits. I've had a toothache for the last couple of days. Thankfully, I've managed to get into the dentist on Monday to get it fixed. I've never been so keen to get to the dentist. But I'll tell you one good thing about it is it puts you off eating. So, good weight loss plan. My son come out before and asked if I wanted any of his chips. It's like, no. So this has some really cool pictures in it and adverts. It says first aid hints for the horse owner. Veterinary notebook. I think it's 1958. I don't know if that's what it means. Youth and Settle. It just says the Horseman's Year 1958 is the last date on it. Might be. It's in good nick. I kind of like how it's got the red print as well as the black, so I might use the pages and some of the pictures. And they're cool. Making a stock saddle. So it's 1990. So lots of illustrations, lots of saddle illustrations in this one too, which I think are really neat. So I must try and go past any future horse books that are in the bin for now. I think I've got a nice rounded selection with different bits and pieces in now. Tack and Clothing, 98. They look like colanders with the bottom taken out. Rubber over reach boot. So just some cool illustrations again. And some nice pictures. Horse Control the Rider, 85. Got some note pages at the back. They're always handy to use as pages in journals. It's a cool shot. Not a lot in this one, but I like the size of the photos. I think that's the end of the horse books. So this is a salute to British genius. Missing a page there, so this is 77. Got these blue pages, which is pretty cool. there might be a few interesting photos. I like this one of the artificial leg. Don't ask me why. The scan, I like scans as well. Some yellow pages. I was wondering what that was then. It's a thumbprint and viewed through an electron microscope. Oh, I like those pages. Golden legend. Ballet dancer. Not a lot in this one, but there's definitely a few good ones. Oh, blimps, aren't they? Barrage balloons over Buckingham Palace. I like those. They're really cool. The bicycle one. The petrol cycle. Stub axle steerage, foot brake and foot clutch control. 2 cylinders, water-cooled electric ignition jet carburetor. Sounds a lot better than what it probably went. So that's got some heaps cool photos in it. Now, last one is the 80s, a look back at the tumultuous decade from 80 to 89. I thought there might be some interesting stuff in here. Not sure. Fair enough. Grubs and Roots. Some advertisement. I don't mind the titles. They're a nice size to cut out and use some of the words and letters. Something interesting in here, surely. Fads and fashions. That sub. Oh, that's meatloaf. Enjoyed a second helping of success during meat prohibition. Might be an interesting read more than anything, this one. Oh, that's cool. These are nice aged looking pieces. The beer ad. Don't mind the ads. I like that middle bit that's got the really aged magazine. otherwise there's not a lot in here. Yeah, I might have a bit of a read of that one, I reckon. So anyway, that is it for me today. I hope that inspired you somewhat. Lots of horsey books, so you'll have to look out for them in the future. And hopefully you have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Be good. See you later.